I don't know, chat. This might be controversial to say, but I actually like this movie.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Welcome back to Christina Watches Movies. I'm Christina. Backrooms, directed by Kane Parsons and written by Will Soodik, is about a furniture owner with a failed dream of being an architect that stumbles on or into the backrooms. His therapist then goes looking for him after he leaves her an extremely cryptic voicemail. The concept of the backrooms was originally posted on 4chan by an anonymous user back in 2019. The lore was inspired by a photo that we now believe to be a furniture store from 2002 that was completely emptied out. Thus, the original look of the backrooms was born from this image. It has since been expanded into some outdoor spaces and pool areas, one of which we did see in the film. Before making his feature directorial debut, in 2022, Kane Parsons created and posted a found footage analog horror centered around the backrooms, titled The Backrooms. After going viral, he turned this short into an extended YouTube series. I personally enjoyed The Backrooms. I thought setting it in the late 80s, early 90s aesthetically was extremely smart. There's just something about that time period that gives liminal space from the design of the home, specifically pictured in the film, and the design of the furniture, paired with his use of wide shots that made the atmosphere or the background the characters were in seem like liminal spaces even when they were not in the backrooms. I did appreciate the fact that the portal to the backrooms opened up on a sub basement level of a furniture store. Little nod back to the origination of the lore and look of the backrooms. And of course, I wouldn't call it a scary movie per se. It's definitely unsettling at times, and at one point you do see a creature that is scary, but it's not a movie where like you're gonna be up all night because it just scared you that bad. Most of the uneasiness of the backrooms as a lore or a concept is the emptiness of it. It's empty, but also familiar, but also very unfamiliar. It just creates such an unsettling feeling. I've been seeing people say that the two main characters, Clark, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Mary, played by Renata Reinsve, had no character arcs or development, and I beg to differ. Clark starts off attending therapy because he recognizes that he has some traits and behaviors that are particularly harmful to himself and those around him. Now, while he recognizes this, he never fully takes accountability for it. It's always the fault of something or someone else. By the end, not only does he come to terms with the fact that he is, in fact, the reason why his life has turned out the way it has and he's so unhappy, he decides that it's not something he wants to change. I believe that that is an arc. That is definitely a character arc. We're going from one end where he's seeking help but not taking any accountability to the other end where, granted, he's not wanting to seek help anymore, but he's gained clarity on the fact that it is his fault. He is the problem, but he's also being honest about the fact that he just doesn't want to do the work to change. And we see all of his bad, or not bad, harmful, well, yes, bad, harmful behaviors and his like dark mental health culminated in this pirate monster that is just a representation of him. And guess what happens? It kills him. Because at the end of the day, these harmful behaviors don't just hurt other people, it hurts yourself as well. And I think that the monster killing him after he has this realization about not wanting to change is a lesson learned for him, though he is now dead. But it is part of his full arc. Mary, his therapist, dealt with a mom with severe mental health issues. It's not quite said in the movie, but I think it is sort of implied that the reason why she got into the mental health profession is because of what she dealt with her mom. And I believe she has this need to save others, like she couldn't save her mom. Even though Mary's published books discussing how you literally cannot be helped by therapy unless you decide that you want to make these positive changes in your life, I don't feel like she truly realizes this in action until Clark has her strapped to a chair and we watch her in real time realize that A, she can't save anyone, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, that she became a mental health professional in an effort to save people, considering she couldn't save her own mother from her severe mental illness because she was a child when she was experiencing it with her mother. She's realizing that she can't save Clark, and that her philosophy is definitely true. Like, you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. And I feel like that is part of her arc. And we see the other part of her arc when she uses the mementos she took from when her mother's mental health was a bit better to protect herself from the monster. And in doing so, it destroys that memento. And I feel like this symbolizes her finally being ready to leave that in the past and not have her experience with her mother growing up dictate the decisions she makes going forward. Because it's very clear throughout the movie she is definitely haunted by the growing up with a mother with severe mental health issues. Okay, one little aside that I thought of while I was watching the movie, and please don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. So while I was watching the movie and seeing how Clark would say that he is wired wrong, like it's in his blood, and like basically like saying that it's within him to be harmful to other people. I'm assuming because it's probably something he saw from maybe his father or mother. It's not really addressed, but he believes he comes from a line of just harmful and violent behavior, correct? And so while I'm sitting there watching the movie, and his wife is white and he has incredible animosity towards her, now you see him terrorizing his white therapist. And then while I don't believe his store assistant manager is white, she is a non-black person of color, and he cuts her head off. So I'm sitting there like, it feels very strange to watch a black man talk about how it's in his nature to be harmful and violent, and then see him do all these things to women who are either white or non-black POC, that's a little closer or more palatable to white people. And I was like, man, this makes me feel icky. But I woke Christina in the back, because if we want colorblind casting, meaning we want black people to be cast in roles that are not centered around their race, I have to like let go of some of these little notions that'll pop up while I'm watching certain kinds of movies.
Stop it. Get some help.
But I just want to share it with someone, and why not share it with you? Lastly, people have been saying that the movie had no resolution. I'm not sure what kind of resolution anyone was expecting from a Backrooms movie when the lore itself has no resolution. The whole point is that we don't know what it is. We don't know why it is. I mean, the movie presents us with some signs or some answers to like how it forms, which is basically, it seems to take the memories of the people who have been inside of it and replicate that, or attempt to replicate it, which is why it comes out wrong, because it's remembering something that it itself did not see, quote unquote, if we're looking at Backrooms as an entity in and of itself. But we never know any concrete answers, which is why there is a research company involved in trying to figure out why it exists. So I don't know why anyone thought they were going to get a resolution from something that is completely, or has been unexplained in the years that it's become popular. I did see the movie twice. I saw the original release, and then I went back to see the Everything Must Go edition because of some extra footage. Now, I don't believe that the movie is worth seeing twice to see that extra footage, which comes in after the credits. So it's not even like a part of the movie itself, but I can see how it may have been used to start the movie, and maybe it felt too impersonal to start it that way. But I don't know for sure. I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, I don't think it was worth seeing it twice in order to see that extra footage. If you've seen Backrooms, let me know down below what you thought. And if you like this video, be sure to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, bye.